Captain America
of Phase 3.
Right.
Yes.
Captain America: Civil War.
And we start off Phase 3, Marvel Cinematic Universe, with a fucking bang.
Boom!
But just so you see, it's Civil War.
Yeah. See Team Cap, Team Iron Man, other people.
They are against each other.
They like each other, but they don't like each other.
That is correct.
And in case you couldn't tell, we are Team Cap.
Yeah, straight up Team Cap.
So that's what we'll do there.
But I mean, okay, so I'll start off with. I'm trying to figure out things I don't like about the movie.
Well, the one thing that I don't like, I believe we both don't like, is how simple it all is for Zemo to put this whole fucking elaborate plan together to have these two Avengers kill each other.
Actually, that is the main thing that I don't like, because they talk about it in The Dark Knight, and they talk about it in Skyfall, where the bad guy, the super smart bad guy, intentionally gets arrested, but there's too much happenstance for these plans to work. With The Dark Knight and with Skyfall, I don't feel like there's any sort of happenstance. I feel like they've mapped it out enough, and then after they get arrested, whatever happens after that, just kind of happens. Okay, like especially with Skyfall, I feel like he started off with the plan with the intention that, okay, well, if Bond's here, I'm gonna do this. If Bond isn't here, then I'm gonna do this. But the whole point of his plan was to get to the big, huge court meeting to offer. That's where he was going to kill her. Mm-hmm. He couldn't because Bond was alive and fucked up his plan, so that's a regroup. Here, in Civil War, it's too easy.
I hit it on you.
With Civil War, there is times where I'm like, really?
Yeah, but it doesn't bug me as the part where I hate the movie, because I love this movie.
No, that's right.
Civil War is fucking amazing. It's one of the best Marvel Studio films, easily.
Yeah, like, what I was going to say, because the parallels between this and Batman v Superman are huge.
Yes.
And Batman v Superman got shit on, and they said, like, Luthor's plan didn't make any sense, and there was too much of this. If you watch the extended version, Luthor's plan makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. It actually makes more sense than Zemo's plan. Zemo's plan is to destroy the Avengers and also track down the rest of the super soldiers that were like Bucky.
Yep.
And they kill them. Why? And
his whole plan is all, I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere in fucking Russia. They're in Russia.
Yep, they're in Russia.
Snow covered.
That's right.
And I will be there, and these super soldiers will be dead, and Captain America and Bucky and Iron Man will all be here, because that's how it's all going to work out.
Yep, they're going to kill each other.
And we didn't know if Iron Man was going to be there. It was his own decision to go, I got to go help Steve.
That's right. We knew, like, he had to have known that Cap and Bucky were going.
Yeah.
Okay, just basically because his storyline is tied to Bucky's storyline. Because it's the same group of guys that were trained up just like Bucky.
Yeah.
But they were worse than Bucky because they didn't have the moral compass that Bucky had. They're all just like, I don't care, we'll kill everything. We don't give a shit. His plan was a lot of stretches. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, Daniel Bruhl is great in this movie.
Oh, he's awesome.
I mean,
excellent.
I still love when you realize that he's not talking to his family on the phone. He's re-recording. He's playing recorded messages from them because they died in Sokovia. Mm-hmm. I thought that was crazy. That was so awesome. And then to think that this guy had access to a whole group of Buckies. Yeah. I was like, holy shit!
Right?
This is going to be crazy.
He could have had his own fucking group of soldiers behind him.
He had his own team, but he kills them. He kills them all.
Because he knew Iron Man would be there, and he had this footage that was perfectly taken in the middle of the bush of Winter Soldier killing the Starks.
The security camera with wicked angles.
Wicked angles. Like, we got this angle, we got this angle, we got almost inside the car angle.
That was another thing that I gotta say. Like, it was one of those things where, as I watched even the first clip, I was like, Bucky killed the Stark family.
Yeah.
And when you know it right away, I mean, like, I don't know how else they could have done it where I wouldn't have figured it out, but you just know right away. So when you finally get to that point, you're kind of like, okay, all right. And even though then when Tony, like, when he finally knows that's it, there's no coming back from it. Like, we're about to team up to take down Zemo and potentially this group of super soldiers.
Yeah.
Once it's like, well, he killed my mom. Then it's over, and you feel for him. You're not.
Oh,
like,
I do totally.
You're not like, oh Jesus, Tony. You're just like, no. And then when he does it, you're like, ah, shit.
Because I mean, I would do the fucking same thing.
Anyone would.
I would.
Anyone would.
It's just, it's too fucking easy.
It's Like
he was just this random dude in Sokovia. His family died.
I feel like people want to use the whole easy argument to shit on really good movies like Skyfall and Dark Knight, but even like to hammer down how bad Batman v Superman was. But his plot made more sense than Zemo's plot.
Right.
Zemo's was a lot of consequence.
For Zemo to plan all this out and then it happens, he's a fucking mastermind. He's smarter than fucking Banner and Stark and Shuri and anybody else.
It's
in the
none
Marvel
of this
universe.
like happenstance thing. It's everything goes according to the plan that he laid out.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, no. I know this is a Marvel movie and you can never critique a Marvel movie, but you can. We just did. But to hammer like your point home, it doesn't make me hate the movie.
It doesn't make me hate the movie.
It doesn't even make me
dislike the movie. One little part where I'm just like, because even though all of this happened, I was just like,
well, because they also killed
still
off
got
Crossbones.
But we still got that fucking amazing fight at the end between Bucky and Cap and Stark, Iron Man, where they're throwing the shield back and forth and
just everything, breaking the suit,
and Cap
breaking
fucking
the arm,
just right through
breaking the suit, taking the shield.
Yeah, here, have the shield. Fuck it.
It's not yours. It's my dad's.
Yeah.
He's like, fine, whatever.
It's amazing.
The fight scene, it's so crazy.
It gives me goosebumps.
The movie is so good because, like, in contrast to the comic book that this is loosely based on, they really almost go out of the way to make Stark seem like the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, he's imprisoning his friends, anybody that doesn't want to enlist in the Sokovia Accords is what they call it in the movie, but it's the Superhero Registration Act is what it is. Yeah. So he imprisons friends that don't want to join. He enlists bad guys to now be the heroes that are arrested. He's really, like, really becoming close to being a bad guy. Like, Mr. Fantastic, the ultimate Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, right.
Ultimately becomes a bad guy just by virtue of him trying to be the best good guy out there.
Right, right.
And that's where they really start pushing Tony into that realm where ultimately
I'm doing the right thing, but are you doing the right thing?
Yeah. It doesn't matter what I'm doing because my end goal is the right thing. Yeah.
And that's your opinion.
You know, and
you could say the same thing about Thanos coming up in Infinity War.
Yeah.
He wants to bring balance to the universe. Well, I mean, you're going to kill half the world or half the universe. Exactly. That's bad, but in the
comic books, they really, really push him close to being the bad guy in the piece.
Yes.
In the movie, they don't do it nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, and I will probably say this every time, like, because I like how, even though, we're Team Cap, at no point in time was I like, what is Tony doing? What a prick. Fuck that guy. His made sense. Every step that he made since Iron Man 1 to Civil War, that arc made sense. Yeah. Just like with Captain America, I have a hard time believing that Team Iron Man are going to look at Cap and go, ooh, none of this makes sense. This is so out of character, because his arc, conversely, from being the soldier that just wants to, fight bullies everywhere, to now being so disenfranchised with the idea of being a soldier that he doesn't even really know what's going on, but he knows that he's got to help his buddy because he didn't do these things, right? And risk sacrificing his Captain America identity. All of it makes sense. At no point in time am I like, do I feel like anyone's the bad guy in this? And I love that they made that choice. They didn't make anyone seem like the bad guy. So even the guys that sided with Tony and Captain America, you're still just like, I get it. I get why they join up, and the only time I think it's really bad, and this is even when you come into, like, Spider-Man Homecoming, is the fact that Tony used Spider-Man to fuck with Captain America.
Yes.
Because, like, you don't know that in Civil War 3, you have that wicked scene, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but he mentions it in Homecoming, where he's just like, I just picked you because I knew Cap was going to hold back.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just kind of like, that's a dick move, bro. That's a dick move, you know, because sure, you knew Cap was going to hold back, and he did.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking kid that you just said, yeah, no, fight him. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Fucked. But, like, they do a really good job of not making you... It's hard to pick one side or the other, I'll say, and the only reason why I leaned more towards Cap was because I liked Cap better.
Yeah,
I mean,
I thought I love Cap, and it was the same with comics.
Robert Downey Jr. certainly made Iron Man way cooler than he ever was in the comic books, and I'm glad that they followed suit after that. And I like Iron Man as a character with Robert Downey Jr., and he'll be really hard for me to picture anyone else in that role.
I don't know if I can, honestly.
You know, I mean, even with Evans stepping down as Cap, if they do a recast, it'll still be hard. Not as hard with the Robert Downey Jr., but I'm a Cap guy. You know, I'm Cap all the way through. Guy. And, you know, like, even with characters like always liking Cap, but never liking the comic books, liking Iron Man, but never really liking the comic books, always liked Cap more. Mm-hmm. You know, that's just how it is.
You know, you agree with his outlooks on everything. What he stands for.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, I never felt like the guys that were on Team Iron Man, or even just fans that were pricks and losers and shit like that. No, it was just, I was like, I get it.
That's cool. I get it too. But there's a reason why it's called Captain America Civil War. It is Cap's movie.
It is Cap's movie.
Right from the start. Again, Crossbones. Might as well touch on that.
Yep.
It kicks off with Cap's little new Avenger team that he put together at the end of Age of Ultron.
Doing like a stealth mission.
Doing a stealth mission to take down Frank Grillo's character. What's Crossbones' real name? Brock something?
Brock Rumlow.
Yes, okay. So they're going to take him out because he's got a bomb or something, right?
Yeah. Some sort of...
I love Frank Grillo.
He is so good. I mean, like...
I wish he would have played the Punisher.
I was going to say, like, you made the mention that if he would have played Punisher, I would have liked Punisher more. I agree. I think I would have liked Punisher a lot more. And I liked the Punisher. Yeah. The TV show, the Netflix show, slow burn. Way more slow burn than I thought it was going to be.
Very slow burn, but the last 2 episodes are a crazy payoff.
Yeah, crazy payoff. But, like, and Brenthal is great. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. Mm-hmm. Grillo would have been better.
Grillo would have been awesome as the Punisher.
Fuck. Especially because, like, they both kind of look like Punisher, but Grillo looks more like Punisher.
Grillo looks right from the comic books. Like, if he was a Crossbones, he should have been Punisher.
Like 100%. Ray Park. Is that what his name was? Ray Park?
The guy who played Darth Maul?
No, sorry. The other one from Punisher Warzone.
Oh, Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson, yes.
Yeah.
He looked like a Tim
Bradstreet painting.
He was, exactly. Bradstreet's version of Punisher. I was like,
yeah.
Sorry, you're in a garbage movie.
Garbage movie.
Oh,
so bad.
So fucking terrible.
So bad, in fact, that is one of the, like, 3 Marvel movies I don't own and never will own.
Yeah, that's right.
There's really not that many Marvel movies I'm willing not to own. There's Punisher Warzone. There's Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. There's the 2015...
You sure you didn't like the image of Ghost Rider pissing flames?
No. And I love Nick Cage, but I still could not pull the trigger on buying that movie. There's the Fantastic Four remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it, from 2015. Yeah. Don't own that. And
that's going to be a video for us to do, is all the garbage movies.
The garbage ones.
Oh.
It's a huge garbage truck full. And then Man-Thing. In case you didn't remember, Man-Thing was one of Marvel Studios' first films. It went direct to video, and it was so bad that you saw cameramen in the background running around.
That was so terrible.
Awful movie.
Oh, although I can't wait for us to do the Blade trilogy.
Oh man.
Oh man, because that one we always forget is a Marvel movie.
Even when the Blade trilogy's bad, I'm still loving it.
Yeah. Oh shit, man.
So yeah, getting back to this. I wish they wouldn't have killed off Crossbones.
I really wish they didn't kill off Crossbones.
I would have loved to see that character more.
Because visually, he looked awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know that they couldn't have done it exactly like he looked in the comic books. Because realistically, he looks like a poor man's Bane. Okay?
Yep.
What they did with him in this one was great. Yep. Like, they established in Winter Soldier, he's a soldier. He kicks ass. Yep. But he's not going to be wearing a onesie like a muscle
With
shirt
a skull on it.
with crossbones on it
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So giving him the helmet that kind of looked like a skull painted on there,
Yep.
and then giving him the body armor with the crossbones kind of etched in there
Yep, perfect.
was awesome.
Yep.
Giving him the gauntlets so that he could actually keep up with Cap and maybe beat Cap was great. And I thought about this the other day. I liked that he was the Batroc character. Because Batroc was in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
We never mentioned him, actually. I think, no, we mentioned
No,
him.
we mentioned him.
That's right.
We mentioned him.
So, but instead of killing him off, they could have just
They
had
knocked
him
him out.
kick the shit out of him, and then now we've got another Cap villain that's kind of floating around in the ether, as they say,
Yep.
as opposed to killing him off. Although, yeah, killing him off led to the deaths of a bunch of Wakandan people and actually sparked the Sokovia Accords.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice if they still had it with him not dying.
Yeah.
You know?
I would
You
have
can
been
still have
A-okay with him living.
Scarlet Witch being sloppy with her powers.
Yeah.
He lives. I think that'd be worse. The bad guy lives. Innocent people die. That's worse.
Mm.
You know? Then when you have those poignant scenes where she's like staring at the TV and Cap's just kind of hanging out like, turn it off. You know? But again, like Cap right away is just like, that's on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's not on you, that's on me. And you're like,
I mean,
man,
you
Cap,
you
you're
weren't
so
ready
cool.
to be out there.
That's, you know, on...
I love Cap. I
The
love
whole
everything.
sequence too. The whole sequence is great because you've got Falcon with a slightly updated costume.
Yep.
Okay, that we saw in Ant-Man, the newer version of his costume. We got to see Scarlet Witch, but she's not in a costume.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got to see Black Widow.
Yep.
Being Black Widow, kicking the fuck out of people left and right.
She's awesome. Like Black Widow is one of those characters, and Scarlett Johansson's performance where it just gets better every movie.
Yeah, and
Better
and
every
here's
movie.
the thing: she started off in Iron Man 2, amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
she's awesome.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That whole hallway scene where she's beating the shit out of everybody in a classic suit, I was like, Jesus Christ.
So great.
You know, and then you see her, and you're right, like every single time after that, I feel like it's the same with all these characters, though.
Yeah, they never get worse over time.
You know, like
They all get better, or they stay kind of like on a...
I feel like this is the best Captain America that we'll see for now.
Yeah. I mean, one day he'll be recast, and it's weird. I love Chris Evans, but when they cast Chris Evans as Captain America, I was just like,
What?
the guy that played Human Torch is Cap.
Really?
I guess I can kind of see the looks.
The guy's a Joker. How's this? This would be like casting Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern.
Yeah. Because back then I was going looks. I was going like, well, he doesn't look like Steve Rogers. I was actually saying Mark Valley should have played Captain America before.
Mark Valley.
Do you remember that short-run DC show, Human Target?
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah.
I thought that guy looked
That show
like
was
Steve
great,
Rogers.
too.
That was an awesome
I
show.
love that show.
I really wish they would never have canceled that show.
Man, they had so
Awesome
much legs
show.
with that show.
Awesome show.
And yeah, but here's the thing, though. And I never thought about this in the comic books, but this is a guy that's not going to look too old.
Exactly.
We always kind of pictured Cap as being like in his mid to late 30s,
Yeah.
when realistically he's going to be in his mid to late 20s.
20s.
He's just a jacked up dude, you know. So when they cast him in that part, and you know, we talked about this in First Avenger, so we won't go too crazy. But I mean, I like I said, I likened it to Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I could see Ryan Reynolds as the Flash, which is what he was originally going to be, and then when they switched to Green Lantern, it was kind of like, no, and even like they don't even try to make him a bit more serious. So, but at least in these movies, he's Cap. I think he's a better Cap than we've seen in most of the comic books.
I agree.
You know, like Brubaker's run is like right on par with this.
Yeah.
You know, and even Mark Millar's writing in Civil War is very close, even though Millar I can't stand now.
Yeah, he's doing his own little indie thing.
He's crazy.
You know,
He's absolutely insane.
everything he writes for is to be a movie now. Why aren't you just writing screenplays? Is what I think.
Yeah.
Everything's about being a movie deal now.
Well, he gets two parts of the money though. Money for the comic book, money
Like
for the movie.
Right.
Right?
It's a great get-rich scheme, I guess.
It's a great gig if you can get it, but I mean, I'll wait to see how this shit pans out though with Millar.
Yeah, you know, he's doing some new comics coming up that look pretty interesting. interesting. So I'm going to see. I'll check them out.
I mean, they're not all like Starbright.
Starbright was great.
Starbright was amazing.
I really enjoy it, even though I didn't read the whole thing. I love the first issue of Huck. Huck was a good first issue.
I have to check that one out. That one I want to check.
That was a good first issue.
But
so yeah. Anyway, Civil War.
So well, we started off with that, and you know, that's the impetus for the Sokovia Accords, and we start to get the cracks between the Avengers, where we start to see where the divides are happening.
Yep.
You know that War Machine is going to lead up with Iron Man. You know that.
You know it.
Just like you already get a hint that Vision is going to lead up with Scarlet Witch. Even if you don't know that they hook up in the comic books, you get that feeling right away.
Yeah.
And you know that Scarlet Witch is going to be hanging out with Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The interesting thing is that we know that Cap and Black Widow are really good friends.
Yeah.
She sides with Tony Stark. But I feel like it's one of those, she's just kind of going to lean towards the winning team.
Yeah.
Not really with any sort of, like, she feels like the Sokovia Accords are going to happen, so she's going to be on this side.
Yeah.
You know. But they already start to split them up right away. You get it. It all makes sense. And then we get a really, really hard scene to watch, even now, is the funeral for Peggy Carter.
That is a tough scene.
It's a tough scene because she's great.
It's just like, can you imagine that? You love your life, you get pulled away, you come back, she's like in her 90s, and then you see her
Has
die,
amnesia.
Like,
Or not amnesia, but Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Like, when they did that scene in Winter Soldier, and I remember just being like, oh god, no. And like, right in the pit of my stomach, I was like, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But then this one, she's dead, and he's a pallbearer, and now we start to get to see the biggest hints that he's going to hook up with Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
But I mean, she gets that great line where she does the Mark Twain line, where it's just like, even if the whole world tells you that you're wrong and you know you're right, your job is to plant yourself like a tree and say, no, you move.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like,
It's
man,
a great line.
that's great.
And I don't understand the critics and just people in general who thought it was creepy that he hooked up with Sharon.
It's creepy when you think about it.
It's not really creepy. It's not his daughter.
No, it's not. It's I think, what is it? It's her aunt.
Yeah, well, Peggy was her aunt, but I mean, he's pulled out of time. I mean, it would make sense. Why can't he? It just so happens they're related.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when you think about it, it's creepy.
Mm.
It is, because it's kind of like, it's one of those like, it's kind of weird, but at the same time, who gives a shit?
I don't give a shit. They're great together. And,
yeah, the chemistry is really good.
Emily Van Camp.
Which I never would have thought she would be a good Sharon Carter.
She's an excellent Sharon Carter.
But yeah.
And she's a great actress in general.
She's really good. I never would have... I honestly didn't see her in anything other than those movies.
Yeah.
And so immediately I was kind of like, I don't know. But
I enjoyed her performance so much where I'm like, if an Uncharted movie happens,
a
real Uncharted movie, not the Tom Holland Kid Nathan Drake version, if that sounds like what's going to happen. But
why would they start off that way?
That's how they're starting.
Why would they start
Tom Holland
off that
at the
way?
moment is signed on as Nathan Drake. They're doing an Uncharted prequel with Kid Nathan.
That was one of the things I liked about Uncharted 3.
My favorite thing about Uncharted is the relationship between Drake and
But I liked
Elena.
that they had Scully and a young Nate, like in Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
They built up that, but that was like a side story.
Mm.
Man, no.
So that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. But if they would have done the real version, I think she would have played a great Elena.
Yep, I agree.
That was my pick. That was my pick. So anyway, yeah, she's great. Let's talk about the airport scene.
Well, first of all, before we go any further, I'm just going to say, everyone's great in this movie.
Everyone is great.
Even the fact that they dusted off Thunderbolt Ross.
That was great.
The previously
was so great.
Blackballed Incredible Hulk movie.
Yeah, now we know, okay, so the Hulk did happen.
That movie happened. At least parts of that movie happened.
And seeing him now makes me go, okay, well, if he's around, then Betty Ross, Tyler's Betty Ross,
why not?
Is got to be around.
Why not? Where is she?
Abomination is somewhere.
Exactly.
Tied up.
What's
the
going
leader
on?
Is out there.
That's the one where I'm like, why can't we have the leader?
The leader is out there somewhere.
Why can't we have him?
Again, we need a Masters of Evil.
God, it's
gotta
so
happen.
fucking easy.
It's gotta happen.
Christ. I mean, like, I've heard people saying that they want to see, like, the Red Hulk. I don't want to see Red Hulk.
I don't ever... The fact that he exists in the comics is stupid.
Especially because I called it. Remember? I was like, I bet you it's going to be Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, and it turns out... And it was Thunderbolt with the big mustache. So
Yeah.
when he turns into the Hulk, his mustache vanishes, which was back in the Thunderbolt. Sully regrows.
Yeah, but, like, I remember saying that because, like, at one point they made him very tactical and they were really teasing his identity. And I was like, I bet you it's either going to be the one military guy, the one that was trying to bang Betsy Ross.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it might have been him, but then they killed him off.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, it's Thunderbolt Ross. And then they did the big reveal, and I was like, oh, it is Thunderbolt Ross. That's dumb.
So dumb.
Anyway,
that was awful.
Anyway, so we bring back Thunderbolt Ross. Now we know that at some level, Incredible Hulk happened.
Yep.
Okay, they referenced the Harlem fight scene, so we know that happened. We know, like you said, so Betsy Ross is alive. Abomination is alive. Where are they? I'd like to know. The leader? I want to see the leader more than I want to see Abomination.
I want to see the leader so bad.
Christ, that would be awesome.
So bad.
If he's leading the Masters of Evil,
if anyone's going to break apart the raft and get those villains out, it's got to be the leader.
Yeah, like,
it's got to be.
That would be crazy.
And I know they can't do another Hulk solo movie because of the whole fucking movie right thing, Universal.
So dumb.
It's got to be a way to get around it, though.
Well, Sony it. Like, do a partnership for fuck's sakes.
Actually, you know what? If a new Avengers ever happens, that'd be awesome. Masters of Evil as the villains of the new Avengers.
Exactly.
I'd be down with it.
So that is great. I'm holding off on that airport scene. Holding off.
Oh, yeah?
Because we gotta talk about the fucking staircase scene.
Yeah.
He's like, Bucky. Cap's got to get to Bucky first because the Kill Squad's going to kill him.
Yeah.
But also, I think on some level, Cap also wants to not have Bucky kill the Kill Squad because he knows he's going to do that. Mm-hmm. And then we also have Black Panther coming after Bucky.
The introduction of Black Panther.
You know, Bucky, Zemo kills T'Chaka and sets it up that
Winter
Bucky,
Soldier.
the Winter Soldier is the one who killed it.
Exactly.
So that scene is insane. Because it starts off with this...
That wolf fight's amazing.
Like, crazy contained fight in the apartment.
Yep.
And then it breaks off into the stairwell. Then it breaks off to the roof. Then it breaks off to fighting Black Panther.
And then you see what Black Panther's capable of. Like, when he's running, and Cap's running, and they're just fucking, like, just super soldier fucking running.
And Black Panther is outpacing him.
Yep.
Like... That is so crazy. And then it leads into the freeway scene where they're jumping on cars and shit like that. Like, the whole sequence starts off here, expands massively, and is amazing all the way through. And like you said, like, you get a feel for Black Panther right away. You get a feel for him right when you meet him, and you're like, that sucks, your dad died.
Yeah.
You know? And then you see him later, and you're just like, Jesus Christ. And again, like, you don't feel like, fuck you, Black Panther. You get everyone's motivations right away.
Yeah.
You feel it, and even though you're Team Cap, you're still just kind of like, well, it sucks. Sorry, man. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, but man, that was awesome. And what happens? We get introduced to Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
The introduction, the whole thing with Aunt May and everything, that was a great introduction.
It sold me.
It was so great.
It sold me on Holland as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. We saw in the trailers Spider-Man. And we were like, oh.
That's a good Spider-Man. That's good. I'm digging it.
That 8-minute sequence.
But when he's actually in action and fighting and everything, you're like, this is a great fucking Spider-Man. Talking to Winter Soldier, complimenting him on his arm.
Yeah. This is so cool. He's holding his arm like, this is so cool. Man. You know, and like he's a kid. Mm-hmm. So he's, like, exuberant, and he's like, yeah, but he's also still a smart-ass.
Like, imagine a kid growing up in this world with these Avengers. Like, these would be the heroes. His heroes.
That's
right.
He
idolizes his people. And now he's on the stage with them?
They show clips of him on YouTube with his makeshift costume. Mm. You know, now it makes sense because he looked at Tony Stark, he looked at Captain America, he's like, okay, well, if I want to do this, I gotta have a super suit.
Yep. So
he makeshifts his own costume. And then Tony Stark looks at it and goes, that's the color scheme? Okay, here's your new suit. Yep. And it looks awesome, but like his sequence where he doesn't want to admit that he's Spider-Man, even though he's caught. You know? He's still Peter Parker. He's got a Bronx accent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you get this, like, he doesn't mention Uncle Ben, you know, great power, great responsibility. They kind of tiptoe around it. But it's enough where in that 8-minute sequence, I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. This is Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And then so when you see him as Spider-Man, because you knew it was going to happen, it was so great. Mm-hmm. But now we'll get to the hangar scene.
Right, because that kind of leads into it.
Yeah.
Because he's part of it.
Take it away.
Hangar scene, fucking amazing. Fucking amazing.
You saw this?
Yeah.
In the actual movie. You see these in comic book covers all the time.
I know, and now we got to see it on screen. It is, I'm looking at the Marvel movies, it is the best fucking live-action fight in any Marvel studio film. Because everybody gets their chance to shine.
Yeah, you know what? Like I
have
to, because even with Infinity War, which we haven't seen yet,
right?
Around the corner.
We did. It's amazing. Ant-Man growing into Giant Man. Fuck, that was
Holy
so fucking cool.
Holy shit!
I knew it was coming because toys spoiled it as usual.
But when Spider-Man says "Holy shit," everyone erupts with laughter.
Yeah.
So when you watch Homecoming and they re-edit that, I was like, man, come on.
Yeah.
Because that was a great part. It was so great. But the fight scenes, you're right. Like everyone gets a great beat.
Mm-hmm.
Not one person is shortchanged.
Yep.
Everyone gets a great beat.
Everyone's so good.
You never really get the sense that one side is going to win over the other. You know, or even that great scene where, you know, Cap is just like, "Hey kid, where are you from?" And then he's just like, "Queens."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm from the Bronx."
Yeah.
Oh.
Both New Yorkers.
You're like, oh,
yeah.
I never would have thought that, like, in the middle of this crazy fight, that all of a sudden he's just like, "Hey, you did good. Like, where are you from?" And he's just like, "Queens, the Bronx." And then they're like, "Did we just become best friends?" Yep.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts is Step Brothers.
So good.
But, like, so that fight scene is great. And I said earlier, like, I never really got the sense that Black Widow was truly on Team Stark because, you know, she ends up helping out Captain America's team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I that one there is just, they're friends. Like, she's literally in between two groups of friends.
It'd be hard. It would be tough.
You know, and she's got, like, some sort of relationship that they sort of keep hinting with Winter Soldier. They keep hinting at something, right? So then, when they finally splinter off and Bucky and Cap take off, you get that whole scene with Thunderbolt where he's getting his ass chewed out. Like, Tony Stark is getting his ass chewed out. And it's not just from him, it's also from Black Widow, where it's just like, well, now what? You know? And then you get that scene where now they're locked up. Hawkeye's locked up. Ant-Man's locked up. Falcon's locked up. And they all fucking hate Tony Stark right now.
Yeah.
They're all pissed. Maybe they don't hate him, but they're pissed at him. Because they feel like he's Judas. He stabbed them all in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And he's just like, guys, like, what was I supposed to do? They were going to do this anyway. I felt like this is the best way to do it, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, that's at the beginning. I forgot that line where it's just like, I still feel like, man, the hands line. I still feel the safest hands are still our own.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because it's like, well, what if we fell, because Thunderbolt says, like, well, what about Thor? Where's Thor? Where's the Hulk? You know, if I lost a nuclear missile, there would be questions being asked. And you get that too. Like, I understood that. I wasn't like, fuck you. I was still like, yeah, I get it.
It makes sense.
It's different, but I get it, you know, and it's a really, really smart movie, except for the Zemo stuff, you know? And the Zemo stuff is still really cool. I love that he's the bad guy. I love that he's not really Baron Zemo that we know, you know? Even though it still kind of would have been cool if he would have had some semblance of a costume, but for his character, it did make sense.
It did make sense for his.
If he had a costume, he'd be like,
tied
what?
to the fucking Hydra and everything.
He wasn't like he just wanted to fuck the Avengers up because he fucked his world up.
Yeah.
That was it.
And so I just call him, what was it?
Hair Zemo.
Helmet Zemo? Helmet?
No, they don't call him Helmet.
I thought his name was Helmet Zemo. I thought his first name was Helmet in this movie for some reason.
It might actually be Helmet. Because Helmet Zemo is one of the aliases.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
The only thing... Actually, no. It's funny because we talked about...
Nice pop. That arm.
Oh, yeah. They're usually good.
Nice arm popping.
They're usually good. We talked about how Avengers 2, there was no stakes.
Yep.
This one, there was stakes.
Tons of stakes.
I mean, Vision almost ends War Machine's career. Mm-hmm. So he's paralyzed from the waist down.
Yep.
You know? The team is fractured completely. There's none of these high-fiving afterwards. Like, yeah, sure, at the end, you know, Captain America gives Tony Stark the letter and says, "Hey, look, we both kind of made some mistakes here, and I'm sorry for my part, but at the same time, you have to understand where I'm coming from."
I love that end. The letter showing up.
And then it's just like, but if you ever need anything, here, give me a call.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a burner phone while they're hanging out in Wakanda. And I was like, that's awesome. That's so cool, What else was really cool? I also like the part where he's just like, the one part where he's just like, he's my best friend. And then Tony's like, I was too.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, but you still are, but you have to understand,
Yeah.
But like we said, like he killed his parents, or his mom. His mom.
I was too.
But I also I almost would have liked it if at some point, because it's really only about his mom, but have Cap reference the fact he's like, hey, look, I knew your dad. He wasn't a prick.
No.
He talked about you all the time.
Yeah.
Or he wanted to have kids or something like that, But yeah, this movie is just amazing.
It's a fucking
absolutely amazing.
It's
to see
it's not on the level of Winter Soldier, but it's still fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's close. It's really
close. It's close.
Winter Soldier is pretty much untouchable.
Winter Soldier is a perfect movie.
Yeah.
This, just because of the whole Zemo thing, not quite perfect.
Yeah.
But still,
that's
one of the best superhero movies ever.
Yeah, and so for the Russos to have this many people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to juggle this many people.
This was their test run for Infinity War.
To find out that they're doing Infinity War.
Can we do it with this amount?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's double that now.
Yeah, or quadruple it.
Quadruple it.
Yeah.
It's like, 64 characters or
some
shit
ridiculous.
in Infinity War?
Something ridiculous. But, everyone is really great. Everyone is really believable. Everything they do makes sense. There's really, aside from the happenstance sort of, or the lucky aspect of his plan.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great. So, Captain America, Civil War. I think I'm done with it. You?
I got nothing else.
Amazing film. Amazing. Yep. Probably. What's next? Guardians is a maybe, but this is probably the best movie in Phase 3 so far, I think. Before Infinity War.
Ooh, yeah. Guardians 2. Yeah.
It's close. It's close to Guardians 2. But next is...